The era of passive careers is over. Over the past few months, something has become very clear to me. What we are seeing in the job market right now is not just a temporary disruption. It's going to be the new normal. Layoffs across the tech sector are accelerating. AI is reshaping how companies hire, and many professionals are still operating a career playbook that simply doesn't work anymore. So since the start of 2026, tens of thousands of jobs globally have already been cut, and companies are restructuring around AI and efficiency. Now, this isn't speculation, and I'm seeing it personally every single week inside my recruitment business. The way companies hire has changed. Even 2 or 3 years ago, hiring briefs looked totally different. Now companies are asking for something new. They're saying things like, we want to hire a software engineer who understands AI, or we want someone with AI skills and exceptional human skills. This is the direction the market is now moving towards. And yet what I'm not seeing many professionals understand is how to navigate this new career landscape. So today, I want to share the career signals that you need to be paying attention to and practical strategies that you can start applying now if you've recently been laid off. Or even if you're concerned about your job security this year, this video will really help. Because the reality is simple. The old career playbook has gone. So for decades, most professionals followed a very predictable formula. They'd go to uni, they'd get a degree, they'd get a job, they'd work really hard, they'd stay loyal, they'd climb a ladder, and they'd work for that next promotion. And for a long time, that model worked. But the world of work has changed dramatically. Today, companies optimize for efficiency, speed, and adaptability. AI tools are allowing organizations to automate tasks that used to require entire teams. And global competition means that businesses are looking for ways to operate leaner and faster. And let's be honest, probably more cheaply as well. So careers are no longer built purely on loyalty or tenure. They're built on relevance, visibility, and strategic positioning. The professionals who succeed in this environment aren't just the hardest working. They're the ones who understand how the market works and position themselves accordingly. Now, before we dive in, if we haven't met before, I'm Georgie Hubbard. I run a talent agency and I've been recruiting for 12 years. I'm also the author of The Bold Move, and I'm a career coach that helps professionals navigate their careers in the age of AI. So here are 5 strategies every professional needs right now to stay ahead in this new world. So the first thing you want to do is activate your network, because one of the most important truths about the job market is that around 85% of roles are filled through networks, not job boards, networks. So if you're currently in the market, activating your network should be one of the first things that you do. So you could start by reaching out to people who have already seen you in action. These could be former managers, colleagues, mentors, clients, anyone that you've collaborated with before. Now let them know that you're exploring new opportunities. You could just send a simple message on LinkedIn, something like, hey, name, I just wanted to reconnect and let you know I'm exploring new opportunities in this space. If anything comes up that aligns with my background, I'd love to hear about it. Now you could also start connecting with decision makers in the companies that you admire or want to work for. So engage with their content, join conversations, and start building relationships. Now, ideally, networking isn't something you only start doing when you need something. It should be an ongoing part of how you manage your career. Now, that doesn't mean you need to be going for coffees every week or constantly asking people for help. It just means that you just stay connected with people that you've worked with. You send someone something interesting that you've read. Engage with their posts and support the work that they do. Just showing up, being visible, and offering value in your network on a regular basis is enough to keep relationships warm and stay top of mind. And very often, the best opportunities come from these conversations long before they ever reach a job board. Okay, strategy number 2, track the market demand. So the second strategy is understanding where the market is going, because too many professionals operate in their careers without checking what companies are really hiring for. So a simple exercise is this. Go to a job board and search for roles similar to yours. You want to look for patterns. You want to think what skills appear repeatedly. What technologies are being mentioned? What capabilities are employers prioritizing now? This is essentially a market audit of your career. Then ask yourself a very important question. Am I keeping up to date with those demands? Because the professionals who stay in demand are the ones who evolve with the market. Okay, strategy number 3, position yourself for the future. And this is where LinkedIn comes in, because LinkedIn is no longer a digital CV. It has become a search engine for talent. Now, recruiters use AI-powered search to find candidates. They type in specific skills, job titles, keywords, and LinkedIn surfaces the profiles that match. Now, if your profile doesn't contain the skills that recruiters are searching for, you will be invisible. So once you've done your market audit and you have a clear understanding of what's happening in your industry, the skills, the themes, and the technologies that companies are now hiring for, you need to make sure that those signals are reflected in your LinkedIn profile. Because if those keywords aren't there, you simply won't appear in the search when a recruiter types them in. That's why your LinkedIn profile needs to be optimized and searchable. So think your headline, your experience section, and your skills section. All of these areas should reflect the roles that you want to be moving towards, not the roles that you've held in the past. So when your profile clearly communicates the skills that are in demand, it dramatically increases the chances that recruiters will find you ahead of other candidates. And in today's market, that visibility can make a huge difference. Your LinkedIn profile should position you for where the market is going, not just where it's been. Okay, strategy number 4, build a professional brand. Another major shift in today's job market is visibility. Now, LinkedIn algorithms look for far more than just your job and your history. They analyze your skills, your activity, and the content you post, and the conversations that you participate in. All of these signals influence and visibility in the market. So professionals who share insights, contribute to discussions, and build a thoughtful presence online often attract opportunities organically. And this is why building a personal brand really matters, because it's not self-promotional. It's about demonstrating your thinking and expertise in public. Now, this doesn't mean you suddenly need to start posting every day, but you could start very simply. You could just comment on someone's posts in your industry. You could share an interesting article and add your perspective to it. Or you could just post your thoughts on something that's happening in your field. The key is simply to show up on LinkedIn, share your ideas, and engage with the wider network. Because the more visible you are in the right conversations, the more opportunities naturally start to find you. Okay, strategy number 5, develop AI fluency and human skills. Now, one of the biggest signals in today's job market is the importance of AI literacy. Now, you do not need to become an AI engineer, but understanding how to work with AI is quickly becoming a fundamental professional capability. Now, a good place to start is simply by experimenting with tools that are already available. Things like ChatGPT, Microsoft Copilot, Google Gemini, Claude, Perplexity, or any other AI platforms relevant in your industry. Start by using them to help you with things like research, summarizing information, brainstorming ideas, or improving the way you work day to day. The more you use these tools, the more comfortable you'll become with how they can support your role. Now, at the same time, the skills that will get you truly to stand out in the AI era are human skills. Think communication, critical thinking, creativity, leadership, and adaptability. These are the capabilities that technologies cannot easily replace, or hopefully won't ever replace. And as the workplace continues to evolve, the professionals who succeed will be the ones who can combine AI fluency with strong human judgment and interpersonal skills. Because in a world where technology is advancing rapidly, the ability to learn, adapt, and work well with others is becoming one of the most valuable career skills that you can develop. The truth is that careers are entering a whole new era. Organizations are reshaping, technology is changing the way we work, and the pace of change is accelerating. But within that disruption, there is also huge opportunity, because the professionals who thrive in the next decade won't necessarily be the hardest working, but they will be the most strategic. They'll understand how the market works. They'll stay ahead of emerging trends, and they'll actively design their careers instead of leaving them to chance. Because one thing is becoming increasingly clear: the era of passive careers is over. And if you want more support navigating your career in the age of AI, there are a couple of ways I can help. First, my book, The Bold Move, is available now, and I walk through all the frameworks I use to help professionals rethink their career and take back control. I also run a 60-day career accelerator program where I work directly with professionals who want to reposition themselves in the market. So if you want to explore whether or not we can work together, just simply reach out to me on LinkedIn or Instagram, and I would love to help you reposition your career in the age of AI. But I really hope this video served you today. Share it with your network, and let's keep supporting each other as the world of work continues to change.